bunch of them do, like that. But, I'm like you as far as, like, can't find a lot of patience for it. It's enough for me, but, the Mark should have tried, or did he smoke or barbecue those briskets up? Because that'd be kind of cool, is to smoke them or barbecue them and then throw them in the crock pot or the Instapot or the Dutch oven one and finish them out, because that'd have a really nice flavor, and I bet it just peel off like butter. Back to you.
He's probably listening right now, but we'll try to get the secrets out of him tonight on the Beacon Net, maybe. All right, I'm about a minute and a half or 2 minutes out here from checking in with Ray on that C4 FM net on the Oklahoma link. So I'm going to bid you adieu until a little later on tonight, but I will be back for the Beacon Net undoubtedly. I have no responsibilities whatsoever, but I'll still be here. Talk to you later there, Kevin, and I will be clear on your phone.
KD8SLG, this is K6KJV. I just might listen to you on the Oklahoma. I forgot all about it, so thanks for reminding me. I'll be switching over. Goodbye.
Case up, QV headline. Anyone hears me, 39? Hey, I think the 39 heard me. Is just Nick or anyone out there just tell me I'm making it?
KC8FQV, this is KD8SLG. You're a little bit noisy, Mark, but you sound fine. I'm out on the C4 FM net in Oklahoma right now, so I'll be back, but want to let you know you're making it in. KC8FQV, KD8SLG.
All right, I'll let you go there, because we're leaving to head home. We're down in Green, just off of Mayfair Road, so down at my sister's daughter's, so we're heading home now, so Hey, thanks for coming back. I'll let you get back over there. C4FM net. So KCFTV. Catch you in an hour or less. KCFTV. I'm going to just throw a call out. Test out. Hey, it's nice hearing it. Straight in. KCFTV. I'm going to be clear now. I brought Allstar up. That's what I did so I could hear myself. KCFTV will be clear.
W8WKY. 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 W8WKY.
WP4AZ listening.
W8WKY.
WP4AZ listening. WP4AZ listening.
Oh, this is KD8SLG. I just heard somebody over here, but I completely missed who it was because I was on a net and talking to someone else on another radio and somewhere else. Who was that out there? This is KD8SLG. Oh, this is KD8SLG. I just heard somebody over here, but I completely missed who it was because I was on a net and talking to someone else on another radio and somewhere else. Who was that out there? This is KD8SLG. Hey, Chuckles. Good to hear you, man. I have no responsibilities whatsoever tonight. I'm not checking in or anything, but I thought I'd call out and say hi. Whoever was out there. So how you doing, buddy? You feeling any better? You out of lockdown yet?
Oh, no, you're not. You control? Uh-oh. Well, as of yesterday morning, we are now having meals in the dining room. We are no longer locked down. So, very nice. Over.
Well, good for you, buddy. Good for you. I'm glad to hear that you're able to interact with your with your fellow roommates there. How's that?
Me and my fellow inmates. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're back being one of a big happy family. So yeah, okay. Guess I'll let you have the night off. Mighty nice of me. All right. Take care. Be good with all that good stuff. WB4IZ.
All right, man. You know that's the word that I was going to use was inmate. So that I figured I'd let you make that funny instead of me. Chuck, you're sounding better than the last couple of times I talked to you, and that makes me happy. So, hey, I got to ask you, I haven't heard from Wade in a while. Have you heard from Wade, WD8MIU?
Yes, I have. He's a big shot now. Well, sort of. He's now, I think he said he was vice president of his homeowners association. So I guess that keeps him pretty busy. And Friday night for the meeting, he's going to be dog sitting for his stepson or whatever. So, yes, he's keeping pretty busy. Over.
Well, I'm sure as VP of the Homeowners Association, he gets to keep his antenna. So that there may have been a little subtext or ulterior motive there to taking that position. But yeah, last time I talked to him, he was babysitting for his son's dog as well, and that had to be a couple of weeks ago. That's why I was thinking about him and wondering why I haven't heard from him.
Roger. Guess he's doing to the dogs. Anyways. And, well, anyways, okay. That's getting close that time. I guess I'll dive over here and when they start to, when the hot chick comes up, WB4IZ.
All right, Chuck. You see Wade. You let him know I was thinking about him, and that I said hi. And yeah, we'll jump out of here. Eric usually shows up about now and starts doing his thing. So I'm going to step aside as well. WB4AIZ, KD8SLG. We'll talk to you later there, Chuck.
73 WB4IZ.
Hello all, KE8VZA.
Hi Eric, W8HRF.
Hey, Mr. Poda extraordinaire. How you doing there, Josh?
I'm doing good. How about yourself? We kind of just took the day off over here, and I actually slept for most of the day. How about yourself?
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I got a couple things done today, but that was my Saturday. Was recovering from a work trip down to the mothership in North Carolina near Charlotte. So they worked me pretty hard down there. So recovery mode Saturday, a little bit of that Sunday. Got a few things done.
Yeah, that sounds like a good way to spend a Saturday recovering then. Did they have you, did you fly down or did you drive down?
W8WKY.
I flew down, so that was okay. Airports were crowded on both ends, but the TSA lines, those people had their act together. They were moving them right in and right out.
right, my Node ID'd. Very good. Yeah, well, hey, it sounds like you had good timing with the trip then. You missed the CrowdStrike outage by a week or so. So, well, good to hear that you're back. And I know I saw some messages from you in the Discord looking for us while we were out there. I'm curious if you found us at one point. I was kind of all over the place, but I know we were on 20 meters a little bit. But anyways, back to you, Eric. I know it's getting towards net time. W8HRF.
Roger there, Josh. Yeah, I did. I found Mark SCK's spotting on the POTA app, and I went to that frequency. I believe it was 14.233, and I heard I was able to make a voice at one point, but I really couldn't hear much more than that, and I think I may have a bad hunk of coax on my end here.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, at least you were able to hear him a little bit, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, we were kind of far away from Strongsville, so it's a long ways for ground wave, I guess. Oh, and I guess it was 20 meters, too. But anyways, well, that's awesome that you were able to hear him a little bit anyways. So, very good there. All right, Eric, I'm going to finish ironing my clothes here. We're going to be in and out tonight, so I wanted to let you know that. But I wanted to stop by and say hello and wish everybody a good night and 73s. So let me throw it back to you, and I'll say 73s. KE8VZA, W8HRF.
All right, Josh, nice talking with you. Say hi to Lucy and Betty. And I did, I think I saw Betty in a picture from the POTA pictures that I saw. I believe they were on Discord. I was all over the internet this weekend, so I couldn't tell you exactly where I saw them, but I think it was on Discord. Anyway, looked like everybody was having a good time there, and thanks for checking in here. Appreciate it. Got you both on the list as in and out, and we'll hear you, I'm sure, during the week, and definitely Wednesday night, I'm sure. So 73 to you, Lucy and Betty. Okay, this is KE8VZA. And I'm grabbing some people from the blue screen here and adding you to the list. And we have under a minute before the announcer will announce our pre-show for the BeaconNet. So I would ask that everybody please stand by and give her the airspace.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is, one of the loveliest voices in ham radio. QST, QST, QST. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Frequency is 147 Mark 390. It has a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8 if you'd like to check your settings there. I am Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha KE8 VZA. My personal is Eric Echo Romeo India Charlie. And I will be the pre-show net control operator for tonight's BeaconNet pre-show. And this is a controlled pre-net, so I ask that all traffic pass through net control, and emergency traffic and or priority traffic, feel free to break in at any time. I'm going to take a break for time. I'll be right back. KE8VZA returning. Okay, now's the time we're going to run through our list of net control stations, or net control team stations here, and make sure everybody is here and everybody's sounding good. able to connect and all that. So first on the list is Nick at Nite, KE8QKO, who will be our net control station at the top of the hour. Nick at Nite, how are you doing tonight? And do you have anything for us?
KE8QKO. Hello, Eric. Hello, everybody on the pre-show. Yeah, just got home actually about a half an hour ago, so perfect timing, I suppose. Drove all the way from Nashville this morning, and boy, are my arms. Wait, that's the wrong joke. Yeah, so got home a little bit ago, and just getting ready for the net to start up here, so get ready for a fun week to start. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Eric. KE8QKO.
All right. Very good, Nick at Nite. Thanks for joining us after your long trip, and glad you made it back okay, and hope you had a wonderful time. So we'll clear with KE8QKO. We will hear him in a bit, and next we will go on down to see if Dustin is here, and if he's going to hang around for the net tonight, because he is Mr. No Responsibilities Whatsoever, or one of them on the list anyway. KD8EPC. Dustin, are you out there?
KVZA and the VConnect pre-show. This is KD8EPC. I am here. Keep me on the list. I won't promise I'll be here because I'm over here watching a movie, but I'll try to listen along. KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right, Dustin, very good. You're sounding good on this end, and hope the movie's a good one. We'll keep you on the list here. Next on the list is KD8SLG, Just Nick, whom I heard on the airwaves here a couple moments ago. And how you doing tonight, Just Nick? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KD8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric, and all of the Beacon netizens. I'm here for the duration tonight, man. Yeah, I'm not at Audrey, so I don't have access to House of Dragons tonight. So I'll be sticking around, and I want to be here for KE8QKO tonight. Nick misses me, I think. I'm here, man. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Nicks of the world unite. Yeah, I'm sure he misses you. Anyway, good to hear you're hanging around. House of Dragons is either a video game or a TV series, I'm guessing. Anyway, good to hear you, Nick. We'll clear with KD8SLG for now. And next on our net control team are Josh, W8HRF, and Lucy, KE8YUK. And I spoke with Josh right before the pre-show. They are both going to be in tonight. And so 73 to both of you, and to Betty, of course. And next on the list is our alt trivia master, also rubber chicken wrangler extraordinaire, keeping Larry in line, KI5GY Allen. Are you out there yet? All right, nothing heard. He will join us, I'm confident. He always does. So we'll give KI5DAY a shout in a bit. And I've been typing station IDs here, call signs in from the blue screen. There we go. And so I'll read off who I have thus far. WB8CXO, Mike. KC0LRM, Kelly. K5CFY, Ray. KI5RFI, Mac. W3ETV, Eddie. WB4AIZ, Chuck. KD2HCE, Chris. AB8MO, Andy. KA8MNT, Tom. And KE8ZZR, Harry. There we go. There you have it. That's who we have thus far. So let's see if there's any more check-ins out there. And we'll round out this list, and then we'll run down through and see who's going to stick around and who's just going to get their parking validated. So any check-ins that would like to get on the list at this point for the Beacon Net, please call now.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie. Good evening, Eric. Charlie 8, Romeo Bravo Tango Mobile. Good evening, in and out.
KEABZW, KE8MMY, Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee, Chris in Amherst. I'll be here all night, but I'll be cooking.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, K4OG. All right, I'm going to try to pick it up there. This is KE8VZA returning, pre-net control operator here. And that last batch, I picked up WA8KOC. After Fred, there was a station that checked in. I could barely copy you, and I didn't quite catch all your call sign. If you could please come back with your call sign.
Kilo Charlie 8, Romeo Bravo Tango, in and out.
Thank you very much. Kilo Charlie 8, Romeo Bravo Tango, John, in and out. Got you there. Thanks for the comeback on that. I appreciate it. We'll mark you in and out 73. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. Okay, let's start with this list. I'm going to go up to the top here, and Mike, WB8CXO. How are you doing tonight, Mike? And are you going to stick around for the big show? WB8CXO. Mike, are you out there? Are you going to stick around for the net tonight? Okay, nothing heard. Mike usually streams the net on YouTube, on his YouTube channel, and he usually checks in and out. So I'm going to make that assumption. If I'm wrong, Mike, feel free to do a recheck when the opportunity presents itself. Okay, we'll clear with WB8CXO there, and we'll go down to Kelly, KC0LRM. How you doing tonight, Kelly? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Okay, 8VZA. Hey, thanks for getting me in there, Eric, off the blue screen. Yes, I will be sticking around. Wouldn't miss it, and that's all I got. Let you get on down the list there. Thanks for doing the pre-net. Everybody have a good one.
All right, very good, Kelly. You're welcome. Got you on the list. Glad to hear you sticking around. We'll clear with KC0LRM for now. We'll go on down to our next station, K5CFY. Ray, how you doing tonight, Ray? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Zulu Alpha. Mr. Eric, thanks for doing the pre-show. Doing a great job. Not doing bad there on the blue screen there, or the logger anyway. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be. We'll see if we can guess the appropriate answer for the trivia question. But we'll definitely be here. And like I said, you're doing a great job. Back to you, K5CFY.
Very good, Ray. Always good to hear from you. Got you on the list as sticking around, and thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it. We'll clear with K5CFY for now. Next, we'll go on to Mac. KI5RFI. How you doing tonight, Mac? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.
KI5RFI. This is KE8VZA. Mac, are you out there? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? All right, Mac might have stepped away from the radio. He usually joins us for the net, so we'll circle back and pick him up in a bit. Next on the list is Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing tonight, Eddie, and are you going to stick around for the big show? W3ETB, this is KE8VZA. Eddie, are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? All right, nothing heard. Eddie's still logged into the blue screen here, I believe, and he usually joins us. So, yeah, he's still here on the blue screen. So we'll circle back and pick up Eddie as well. Next on the list is Chuck, WB4AIZ, down in Florida. How you doing tonight, Chuck? And are you going to stick around for the big show? All right, KE8BZA returning here. WB4AIZ, Chuck, are you out there? Okay, Chuck's still logged into the blue screen. We'll circle back and pick him up again after this. Next on the list, KD2HCE, Chris. How are you doing tonight, Chris? And are you going to hang around for the the big show?
KE8VZA, KD2HCE. Hello, everybody in the group. No, I'm just going to spin the revolving door. Just wanted to say hi to everybody and let them hear my voice for a change. I've been in and out in the blue screen, but I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Everything's good. Thank Nick for helping me throw the rope over the tree. And then when it broke, thank Fred for helping me fix the rope that Nick helped me throw over the tree. Rope's been good, but the hook let go off the eye bolt on the bottom connection, so it was a real quick throw the ladder against the tree, just pull the hook back down and hook it back on the eye bolt. Love those kind of repairs. 5 minutes and you're done. You know, she comes around the house, the XYL's like, your wire's low. You know, because it's usually about 6 foot above the neighbor's 6-foot tree, and it was even with the fence. So yeah, it was like, oh no, what broke again? So luckily it was just no cost repair. So hope everyone's doing good. KD2HCE, back to that, and send me gray.
W8WKY.
Okay there, gray man, Chris. Good to hear you tonight. Thanks for checking in. Glad you got your antenna sorted out there and it's mounting. Very good, very good. Good to hear your voice actual tonight. And 73 to you, and we'll mark you in and out. So we'll clear with KD2HCE, and next is Andy, AB8MO. How you doing tonight, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KE8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show, EB8MO. My cat keeps disconnecting my hearing aids, so I caught it just in time. Boy, Mark, you really complicated things with POTA. I know you said you accidentally started working people with your personal call sign, and here I find out your call sign actually changed Friday. That's kind of hilarious, actually. So anyway, I'll stick around. I think if the cat doesn't scratch me first, which she wants to attack my hand for some reason. Back she comes, AB8MO.
All right, Andy, good to hear you tonight. Glad you're sticking around. Yeah, I noticed Mark's call sign change there, too. I knew it was in the works, and there you have it. It's live now, so that's pretty cool. Okay, we've got you on the list, Andy. Sticking around, very good. We'll clear with AB8MO and roll on down to Tom, KA8MNT. How you doing tonight, Tom? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KA8MNT. Well, good evening, Eric, and everybody else that's here. You know, up until a couple of minutes ago, I was going to say, yeah, I'll stick around, but I've had a busy weekend, and my eyes are awful heavy, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night and tell everybody to have fun and 7 threes. KA8MNT is clear with KE8VZA.
All right, Tom. Yeah, I know when the eyes get to that heavy tipping point, there's no turning back. So get some good rest. I'm sure we will hear you on the barometer net tomorrow with a round of humor to get us started for the day. Always appreciated. 73, Tom. We'll clear with KA8MNT and go on down to Harry, KE8ZZR. How are you tonight, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Eric, and everybody on the net here. Yes, I will be sticking around for the big show. So I'll turn it back to you, Eric. This is KE8ZZR.
Very good, Harry. Good to hear from you. Got you on the list as sticking around. We'll clear with KE8ZZR for now and go on down to WA8KOC, Fred. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show or just get your parking validated?
Hey, good evening, Eric. I wanted to stick around and say hello to you and naturally the rest of the crew in here and everybody joining in on the net. I think I'll just ask you to stamp my ticket so I can get out of here and get to bed. And hopefully you'll have a good net this evening. I'm sure you will. My best to everybody. Everybody had a good weekend so far. So finishing up nicely, folks, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon. Eric, you take care of yourself. 7-3 to you and everybody else. KE8VZA, WA8KOC.
Thank you very much, Fred. Appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and punch your ticket here and wish you 73. We'll clear with WA8KOC and move on down. Let's see, John was next, KC8RBT, and he asked to be in and out. 73, John, thanks for checking in. And let's see, next on the list, Chris, KE8MMY over in Amherst. How are you tonight, Chris? And I know you mentioned you were cooking. Are you going to participate in the net tonight or just listen?
Oh, I will probably be able to grab a radio here and there, particularly if whoever's running queues people up ahead of time, gives me a chance to get my hands clean for a second. But
Yep, just cooking for the week. Waited till it got a little cooler outside grilling, enjoying myself. So I'll tell you the same lie as always, but I think I'll still be up by the time the net is done. KE8MMY, back to you.
Okay, very good, Chris. Yeah, you got to have those bow fangs strategically located around the premises so you can get to one quickly. Very good. I hope you're cooking up some good stuff there. So we'll leave you on the list here. KE8MMY will clear with you, and I am KE8VZA, pre-net control operator for the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, if you want to check your settings there. And we're running through our list of pre-checks that we have thus far. And next on the list, with his shiny, newly minted call sign, is K4OG, formerly known as KG4SCK. Mark, how you doing tonight, Mark? And are you enjoying that new call sign? And are you going to hang around for the big show?
KE8VZA, K4OG. Yes, sir. I'm hanging around for the big show as long as I can. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's another milestone, a goal off my list. Got the extra for... to make a shorter call sign to make it easier on the other guy for the QSO. So now it's basically up to me to copy it right, and there you go. But I'm the same old ham, just a different call. So there you go. Good luck on the trivia, everyone, and I'll see if I can come up with a trivia marker, but Andy, you just go right ahead and put yours out there too. K4OG, back to net.
All right, very good, Mark. I like that call sign, K4OG, Kilo 4 Oscar Golf. Very nice. Yeah, I like the 4 digits too. I got to get off my you-know-what and get my extra, do something like that. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, and I did hear your voice very faintly on 20 meters Saturday. And I called out to you a few times, but it just wasn't working. And I think I got a bad piece of coax here at the QTH for that antenna anyway. Got to sort that out. Keeps me off the streets. Anyway, we'll clear with K4OG for now. And next on the list is Fred, KE8QFT. I picked you up from the blue screen. Fred, how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Yes, I'll be here if you can hear me. The things, I kind of disorganized tonight, the cats. I guess the cats got my notebook and my pen. I don't know what they did with it. They get on the radio here. They mess up my radio all the time, and, they take my notes, and you know how it is when you got these cats. They get into everything. Oh, what am I going to do? Well, back to pre-net control.
All right, Fred. Yeah, those we don't have cats. We have dogs, but they have their own curious activities and exploration tactics like that. Always keeps me on my toes anyway. All right, Fred, good to hear you tonight. Got you on the list. We'll clear with KE8QFT. And let's see, we're going to circle back up and see if I saw Eddie come back in the blue screen. W3ETB, Eddie, are you able to get Echolink working there?
Well, hopefully, Eric, I got it working. I don't know what's going on. First, I tried to join Ray in the C4FM net with the Blue DVD, and I was having some issues with that. Finally, I was able to hear him, but then I said, okay, well, I better jump over and see if I can get onto the BeaconNet. And then, of course, it looked like I had some issues with Echolink. So resetting the computer, I guess that always helps. It seems to be working now. I'll be sticking around. I wanted to hear those fabulous trivia questions. W3TV, back to net.
AF5, JB, man, at Tulsa, short time.
All right, very good, Eddie. You're sounding very good. Very good signal tonight. Got you on the list. Thanks for getting reconnected again. We got you sticking around. We'll clear with W3ETB, and we had another check-in there. Matt, AF5JB, short time from Tulsa. Matt, if you have some comments you'd like to share with the net since you're short time, please go ahead now.
I appreciate it. Beginning with you and everybody else out on the net. Had a great weekend. Of course, got my lobby done and everything. And went out town and saw a couple friends of mine. Visited them for a while. And then I got back in Tulsa about 2:15 in the morning. But it's still worth it. And had a great visit there. And then I played my little arcade table. Of course, I played Miss Pac-Man and Metal Slug and a couple of other games I had on there. Bingo, and then I think I might play Dig Dug. I think, but I think it's sure a blessing, man. I'm glad I got that table. So of course, got the old Miss Pac-Man sign, and that thing lights up. So it's good to have that. And I got done with that, and I'm gonna hang around the house a little bit, have me a beer, and I went to bed. Just my start, kind of take it easy. All day today, get ready to start a whole new week. So I want to drop in for a little bit and say hi to everyone. And man, everybody, stay cool, hydrated. When you can, because this fits get really hot next few days, especially down here in Oklahoma. So, anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for having me on 73, and thank you so much for your time. Catch y'all next time. Thanks again. Good to hear y'all. And this is AF5JB, Matt. City of Tulsa, Oklahoma. 73, back to take control.
All right, Matt. Thanks for checking in. Very good. Glad you had a nice weekend. It's always good to hear you. We'll mark you checked out on the list, and come back and join us Wednesday night. Always appreciate your presence. We'll clear with AF5JB, and we are at the top of the hour, and it is time to call upon our net control station, KE8QKO, Nick at Night. Are you ready out there, Nick at Night?
KEQKO. Yes, sir, Eric, I'm always ready. And fine business on the pre-show, as always. Thank you for all you do. And, here we go. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. And I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink WAWKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma. to drop in, I need to update. I need to update my script, and I just keep forgetting to do that. And various other repeaters, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so you hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
This is
Kilo Charlie 5, Mike Oscar November, KC5 MON, Michael in San Angelo, Texas, in and out.
AI 5Q, Alpha India 5, Quebec, Jerison, Tulsa. I think that's all you need to know.
Kilo India 5, Lima Romeo Alpha, KI5, LRA, in Chattanooga.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, in the Osage.
I'm going to take it right there.
CA, Fox Queen Victor, KCFQV, just about home.
Stand by, Mark. I paused check-in. Okay, so we had a bunch of check-ins here. We had a whole bunch of doubles. I am going to go through the list that I have. I heard you, Mark. You were already on the list. So we're going to, well, you're there. Don't come back to me yet. We're going to run through this list, and we're going to see who I have. I'm going to ask for anybody who I missed, only people that have already tried to check in, but are not read out on my list. And then we'll continue with regular check-ins. So, here's what I've got. I have AI5Q. I have KC8FQV. I have KG5SYC. I have KF5ADE. I have KI5LRA. And I have KI5WDM. Is there anybody on that tried to check in that is not on that list? I believe there are at least two of you. So please come back with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, I'm going to read this list one more time, and I'm going to say one more time, anybody who tried to check in that did not make it in, please come back with your call sign after I read this list. I have AI5Q. I have KC8FQE. I have KG5SYC. I have KF5ADE. I have KI5LRA. And I have KI5WDM. Is there anybody who already tried to check in that is not on that list?
Here is Whiskey 8 Delta Echo Charlie, mobile short time.
KC5 MON, Kilo Charlie 5, Mike Oscar November. It's Michael in San Angelo, Texas, in and out. W8WKY.
Kilo Bravo 3, Foxtrot India Lima, KB3 FIL, Lufkin, Texas, in and out.
Okay, let me go through this list again. Let's see where I'm at here. I have AI5Q. I have KC8FQV. I have KG5SYC. I have KF5ADE. I have W8DEC. I have KI5LRA. I have KC5MON, in and out. I have KI5WDM. And I have KB3FIL, There it is. Joseph. Is there anybody I am missing on that list? Please call now.
N9JPH, number 9, Juliet Papa Hotel, Jason McAllister, no traffic.
All right, copy. I have November 9, Juliet Papa Hotel in and out. Also, I should mention KC5MON and KB3FIL were also in and out. FIL was not marked in and out in that logger, so I want to make sure that's covered. Okay, so we're back down here at the bottom of our list. Anybody who would like to check in the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo India 5, Papa Foxtrot Victor, Phillips in Winchester.
I'm going to take it there. All right, so this is not a pilot for us. Okay, I had two stations checking in there. I had a Kilo Charlie 5 station, I think. Can you, if that's you, Kilo Charlie 5, can you come back with your call sign again?
Kilo India 5, Papa Foxtrot Victor.
That would probably be it. Thank you, sir. I have Kilo India 5, Papa Foxtrot Victor. And there was one other station that was doubling with you. If that station could come back with their call sign, I would appreciate it. All right, I had two stations try to check in there just a moment ago. Two stations tried to check in. One was Kilo India 5, Papa Foxtrot Victor, and there was another station I did not get your call sign. Could you come back, please? Okay, nothing heard there. Perhaps they can come back and recheck. And I'm going to go through this list one more time again. I want to make sure I get everybody on here that I am supposed to have on here. I have AI5Q. I have KC8FQV. I have KG5SYC. I have KF5ADE. I have W8DEC. I have KI5LRA. I have KC5MON, who's in and out. I have KI5WDM. I have KB3FIL, who is also in and out. I have N9JPH. I believe he's also in and out. I did mark him earlier on my little notes here that he was in and out. And I have KI5PFV. Is there anybody I'm missing? Please come back.
Whiskey 8, Oscar India Oscar, and I'll be a check-in only.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Whiskey 8, Oscar India Oscar. I got you marked down in and out. Okay, so this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We've got a whole bunch of new check-ins here on the net. Great to hear it. I hear some new call signs I haven't seen before, so I appreciate that as well. I don't mind some pilots when they happen, so it tries to keep us on our toes and keep us practicing on net control operations, and that's how it goes. However, before we take any more check-ins, we're going to do more check-ins later, so if you didn't make it in this round, you'll get your chance. We're going to go up and talk to our trivia masters. I believe, well, I know one of them's here. I'm looking in the blue screen now to see if I see the ultimate trivia master. I don't see him. So if he gets on here before we're done reading this, then what I'll or doesn't get on here before we're done reading this, then we'll start going through, and when he arrives, we'll go back and recheck with everybody to get their alternate answer. So, let's go up with K8 VZA. Eric, do you have our main trivia tonight, sir?
KE8QKO, this is KE8VZA. Yes, I have the main trivia question, Nick. And here we go. What is the highest number of consecutive days that a human has lived in space? Remember, this is consecutive days. Your choices are Alpha, 223, or Bravo, 328, or Charlie, 370, or Delta, 437. I'll take a break for time and read it a second time. Okay, main trivia question. We're going to read it a second time here. What is the highest number of consecutive days that a human has lived in space? Your choices are Alpha, 223, Bravo, 328, Charlie, 370, or Delta, 437. This one popped in my head because of the difficulties of shuttling our astronauts to and from Earth, which we shouldn't have that problem, but we do. So I thought, let's do a space-oriented one. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Another fine trivia question. I'm going to think about that. Yeah, those pesky door plugs get in the way all over the place, don't they? But hopefully we'll be able to get them home soon. Looks like Alan is not with us yet. That happens. He runs a net before ours, or is on a net, one of the two. And sometimes it runs over. That's how life goes. So I'm going to start going through everybody on our list. I'm going to get some comments. I'm going to get the answer to the primary question. And then once we get our alternate question read for us, we're going to go up and recheck with everybody. Looks like we have two short time stations I want to talk to make sure I get them in here. That's KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, sir? And do you have any comments for the net tonight? All right. Sorry, Mac. I'm not sure if you tried to get in and you weren't able to, but all I heard was a tiny smidgen of static. I'm going to call out one more time to see if you're out there. If you're out there and you have traffic for the net, please come back. My apologies, sir. You're just not holding the repeater. Yeah, I like to try to get some trivia in there before I go to the short timers. Maybe that's not the best, but that's what I try to do it so you can try to get an answer in there. But maybe you can, maybe you'll get within range again. You can get back with us and recheck with us. I would appreciate that. The other station we have marked as short time is WB4 AIZ. Chuck, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Double.
WB4 AIZ. Chuck, sorry, I think you also were not able to hold it. If you want to try to come back again, we'll give you another chance. All right, my apologies, sir. Also not getting anything there. I was just informed of the blue screen that W8DEC is also short-time mobile. So hopefully we can get him in here and get an answer for the trivia and go from there. Take it away, sir. Okay, nothing heard there. My apologies, gentlemen, if we didn't get to you in time. It was a bit longer of an initial startup for the net than it usually is. However, during that break, we have our alternate trivia question. So let's go up and talk to KI5DAY Alan and see if we can get that alternate question read out for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, the net. Hey there, Nick at Nite. Man, I had to think there's so many Nicks in this net. Let me make sure I still got this. Okay, I was just checking. I did hear a very long repeater ID there, and I wasn't sure if I was on the air or not, or it came back after that. But hope everybody's doing well. The American Airlines Amateur Radio Club net went a little bit longer than anticipated, but we're trying to work out some bugs, and we're racing toward Echolink and Allstar. So some of those bugs have been fixed, and a couple more are in the process. But Greg Mater, AI5HB, is working tirelessly to try to get us on the air with the American Airlines net on Echolink and Allstar. We're getting ever so closer, so that's a good thing. With that, again, hope everybody's doing well. Myself and Larry, the Rubber Chicken, are here to bring tonight's alternate trivia. Let me let this reset, and I will give you tonight's alternate trivia. Okay, forgive my pronunciation on this. I'm going to give you a phobia tonight, and it's really hard to say this name correctly. I hope I get it right, but here we go. If a person was said to be a bit unstable, they might be diagnosed with a phobia called anatidaphobia, which means they have a fear of which one of the following? Is it A, that people are listening to them through their electrical appliances? B, that their body will be stolen and used for government experimentation? C, that a duck or goose is watching them? Or D, that the Cornwaldo Bean family will show up at their door singing Nessun Dorma? Let me reset. And I don't know about y'all, but there's nothing I could fear worse than a group of Cornwaldo Bean family showing up singing Nessun Dorma. Let me read that again. If a person was said to be a bit unstable, they might be diagnosed with a phobia called anatidaphobia, which means they have a fear of which one of the following? People are listening to them, that's A. People are listening to them through their electrical appliances. B, their body will be stolen, used for government experimentation. C, that a duck or goose is watching them. Or D, the Cornwaldo Bean family will show up at their door singing Nessun Dorma. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan. That's another fine alternate trivia there. I'm going to think about the answers to that one. I got some comments about some of those, but we'll see how that goes out. Maybe I'll remember to toss it out later. All right, thank you, sir. We appreciate you getting in here. I understand the net's run over, and that's how life goes. And this is KEQKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're ready to start going through some check-ins, finally. And we're going to start with KC0LRM Kelly. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Thanks for getting me there, Nick. Get my trivia question out of the way real quick here before I forget. I think I'm going to go D on the first one because I think the record was broken. I was going to go C, but I think it's D. And second one, I'm going to go D as well because you can never go wrong with the Cornwaldo Bean clan. So, been a pretty good day here, and I'm going to keep it short since everybody's running behind today. Thanks for running the net, and for Eric doing the pre-net. Everybody have a good one, and can't wait for the answers. All right, back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down for Delta and Delta. Thanks for checking in with us. Next, we're going to talk to K5CFY Ray. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the net tonight?
Echo Quebec Kilo Oscar K5 CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Nick at Night, doing a wonderful job as usual. Always enjoy the Beacon Net. I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha. So anyway, everybody have a great evening there, and we'll say 73, everybody. And this is Ray, K5 CFY, back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Ray. Got your answers down for Charlie and Alpha. I'm going to try Mac again here, K5RFI. Maybe he was able to get back in range or something, and we'll see if he's out there. If you are, Mac, please take it away. All right, nothing heard there. Hopefully he'll be able to recheck. Next, we're going to talk to W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? And what do you have for the net tonight?
Yeah, hi there, Nick. Just trying to sit here and watch this old movie, 1993, The Coneheads. You know, can you believe it? I've never seen it before. So it's about to wrap up now, I think. Anyway, as far as trivia questions go, let's see, there were really some good trivia questions tonight. I think I'll go with D for the main trivia question and C for Alan's question. I think that the duck is something that I would have a fear of too. So anyway, turn it back to you, Nick. W3ETV, back to that.
All right, thank you, Eddie. And Del, got you down for Delta and Charlie, and yeah, The Coneheads, that's a funny movie. Enjoy it. All right, the next station we handle is also a short time that I didn't get to fast enough. WB4 AIZ Chuck, if you're out there and you're able to get in with us again, we'll give you a chance to try to check in. All right, nothing heard there. Sorry about that, Chuck. And we'll continue on. Actually, I'm looking. I should have mentioned before I started, WB8CXO Mike was in and out at the start of the net. He was actually the first check-in, but he was marked as in and out, and I didn't read that. So our next station is KD2HD, who's also in and out, and we are now down to AB8MO Andy. How you doing, Andy? And what do you have for us tonight?
KE8QKO, this is AB8MO. Oh man, I'm tired. I think I'm going to go to bed after my transmission here. And I figured I'd see if the old Allstar Node still worked. It's been a long time since I've actually used it. Lately I've just been using the Allstar Node on the repeater here. POTA went good. I had a good run of about 15 contacts on 40 meters. And I don't think after that, I think Mark, I don't know, last I looked he logged 7 or 8 contacts with his personal call. I don't know if he ever got 10. We need the magic number of 10 to make it count, I guess. But anyway, thanks, Just Nick. I'm glad to hear the old clear node's working okay. I'm unsure if I want to take it on vacation. I'm going to be going on a family trip to Pennsylvania. Clear nodes don't like to be disconnected. They work very, very well when you leave them alone. I don't know, they get a little finicky. They try to transport them or put them on a different network. I don't know, but we'll see. I might just use Echo Stink. So, all right, for my trivia answers, that's a long time. I'm going to just go the 400 one. Let's see. I got 437. How about that? That's a really long time in space. That's over a year. All the other ones are under a year, so hopefully they didn't get too weak in space. Let me drop it a sec. Okay, well, I heard the node respond, so that must mean it's really working. Where's Alan's question? Oh, there it is. I don't know. I can't find it. I'm just going to say the Cornwall will be the answer for Alan's question. So, had a great time at POTA. We worked the Cuyahoga Falls Club. The P-Cars Club only worked FT8, so being that we only worked sideband, we didn't make contact with P-Cars Club. But it was great getting the Falls Club in the log. So, let's see, Josh is not here to give a full report. Maybe he did already, but maybe Harry can let us know about, I don't think Harry made any contacts, but it was great seeing Harry at the POTA Club activation. The bands are kind of, I don't know, swirly after the noon hour. I don't know that we got much done afternoon, but I made all my contacts in the morning, and I had zilch after that. Back she comes. KEAQKO in the Beacon Net. This is AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Got your answers down there for Delta and Delta. I'm glad you have found the POTA event. Sorry I missed it. I was actually out of town. I just got back about 9 o'clock tonight. So I went down to Nashville, spent the better part of the week and the weekend there with the wife, and came home picked up the son on the way back, and here we are. So yeah, good times. Good times, lots of driving. Lots of rain. Kentucky was like all rain today. It took forever. People were driving slow, and it was miserable. But that's how things go. And next we have K8MNT, who is in and out, and that takes us down to Harry, the man Andy was wanting to talk to. K8ZZR. How you doing, sir? Sounds like you have fun at the POTA event. Give us a rundown.
Yeah, K8QKO, this is K8ZZR. Good evening, Nick. Yeah, it was quite interesting yesterday. That was my first POTA event, and I'm sorry I got there late. I had a prior commitment popped up, and I was running late getting out there, so I didn't get to spend the full time. But I did learn a lot. I wanted to say thanks to Andy and Josh and Nick, who came over and helped me out and gave me a few pointers and that. So I had a great time. So didn't make any contacts. I was kind of bummed. I almost made one contact until I gave him the park number, and he came back and said, well, I've already made contact with this park. So that was the end of that story. But other than that, it was great. So maybe next time. Anyways, getting to the trivia so you can get on here. My trivia answers, the main one's going to be B as in boy, and the alternate I'm going to go B as in boy as well. So BB. With that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. This is K8ZZR, clear.
All right, thank you, Harry. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Sounds like you had a good time. I appreciate it. Our next two stations here are in and out. That's WA8KOC and KC8RBT. I am KEQKO, running through our check-ins for the Beacon Net here on the WWQI repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station that's not in and out is KE8MMY Chris. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Don't be freaking, it's Beacon speaking. Glad to hear all you folks out there tonight. I'm enjoying listening to you while I'm grilling up some food because it's too hot to do it during the day. So I'm out in the back grilling up some chicken quarters and some hamburgers and everything I wanted to eat for this week. So doing that, I'm going to say the biggest number on the station. I want to say that there's a different number that the U.S. did, but I'm betting the Roosties stayed up there way too long at some point. And then the other, I'm going to say Duck Duck Blues. I think that might be it. The appear that the Ducks and the Geese are watching you. So there you go, and I will be cooking away and hanging on. K8MMY.
All right, Chris, thank you, sir. Enjoy those check-in quarters, and I got your answers down for Delta and Charlie. Next station is K4OG. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, K4OG. Hey, Nick and Nite, I want to say to Harry, yeah, I was an hour late, Harry, and then it took me a good while to get set up, and bless Josh's heart, he spent probably close to an hour helping me get my antenna up in the air, but by gosh, he got it up in the air. And then I was so eager to start making contacts, I forgot we were supposed to use the club call, and I logged in with mine, which I didn't even know I was using the wrong call sign, even though I was using mine. Hilarious. But I got 2 contacts right off the bat, Minnesota, and then one way down in Alabama, and he was in a park. So I had to give him a roll tide, and he gave me a roll tide back. That was awesome. And then things started petering out on 20 meters. I wanted to make sure my radio worked, so I called up Ron, KB8LNK, and he got me some contacts around the lake with the rest of the club members. Well, I didn't feel like that was too fair, so I didn't log him, but I do see Brandon, KE8ARB, he logged me, so I'll reciprocate the favor there. And, yeah, it was fun. Look forward to doing it again. I'm going to put an easier antenna up next time. I just wanted to show show off the Attic Master that Jim makes. He just wants to give them away to anybody that needs one, and they're good for in a storm with lightning. You don't have to worry about it, or the wintertime. He just asked to pay his dues for another year. Give the club some money. That's all. That's about it, except for my answers. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. This is K4OG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Mark. Congratulations on the new call. I didn't realize that was you at first. So you got your answers down for Charlie and Charlie. I'm glad you got some contacts in this weekend. Looks like we have one checker-inner that was about to take off on us and go to bed because he's got stuff going on. But we'll see if we can call him before he does that. KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. If you want to come back with your comments before you head out, go ahead with that, sir.
Oh, thank you so much for letting me jump the line. I do appreciate it very much, and I do have a very early call wake up tomorrow. Well, that's at 3:30. Going to be taking the eldest son to the airport, and it's just going to be what it is. So we've got a very early wake-up call, so I want to get to sleep now. If you don't mind, you can put me down for a Charlie Delta. Charlie Delta. I think the Wallabeans will have the answer tonight for sure. So at any rate, you all have a good evening. Keep Sandy companied up there, because she's up there with y'all in Ohio. We love her very much, and we're glad she's able to be up there with the other side of the Ken folk up there in Ohio. So with that, that's what we've got, and you all have a good evening. Thank you for letting me step up the line. KF5ADE, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Nick. Got your answer down for Charlie and Delta. Get some rest. Yeah, no problem stepping out of the line. I do try to be accommodating when I can. Sometimes I'm not always great at it, but I do my best. That's all I can do. But yeah, get some sleep, sir, and we'll talk to Sandy here in a little bit. Next we have K8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the weekend there tonight?
Okay, well, I found my notebook and my pen, and I have a little material. First we'll say, like, both of the trivias, I'll say Charlie, C. The reason I say C is because, like, I ain't got no idea. And generally the A and D are two extremes, so you have the two most in the middle, B and C, and anyhow, that's how I always did it. I just picked C. Yeah, I was watching the Olympics the other night when the opening ceremonies come on, and oh boy, I thought it was pretty funny because like all these big countries, they have like over 100 athletes participating. They have these big boats, and then they'd have the smaller countries. They have maybe 3 athletes participating, and you know, it'd be like they're in something maybe a little bit bigger than a canoe. I just thought that was pretty funny. Enjoying the Olympics now. I don't see synchronized swimming. You know, my favorite event. I don't know if they've got. What do they call it? Cornhole. I haven't seen cornhole yet, but it's a professional sport. Maybe it'll get on the Olympics one of these days. In any event, go Guardians, and KE8QFT back to net control.
All right, thank you, Fred. Got your answers down there for Charlie. And Charlie, yep, good. Thanks for checking in with us there.
A crash can be devastating, but if you're lucky enough to survive, well, the devastation can continue. We're going to talk about that and what can be done.
Well, I appreciate you checking in there. All right, thanks. SEG, we're both in and out. That's going to take us.
Hey everyone, Dan Milliken here, and I want to welcome you to In the Hangar, and I want to thank our sponsors. The links are down there in the description. Make sure you check it out. One of our favorite guests here on In the Hangar is Joe Casey. Joe, thanks for being on.
Thank you, Dan. Good to be here.
We're going to talk about something that's going to be kind of hard for me. We're going to talk about crashes. A lot of people kind of know, and a lot of people don't. I crashed recently in a gyrocopter.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA returning with a reread of the main trivia question. What is the highest number of consecutive days that a human has lived in space? Your choices are 223 is alpha, Bravo 328, or Charlie 370, or Delta 437. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. Next, we're going to go up and talk to KF5DAY Alan. See what he has to say for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. I switched to Allstar, so I hope I'm coming through, but if not, you can let me know. I'm going to go ahead and read this. Tonight's alternate trivia is, if a person was said to be a bit unstable, they may be diagnosed with a phobia called anatidaphobia, which means they have a fear of which one of these following items. Is it A, they fear that people are listening to them through their electrical appliances? B, that their body will be stolen and used for government experimentation? C, that a duck or goose is watching them? Or D, that the Cornwaldo Bean family will show up at their door singing Nessun Dorma? I would do my version, but you probably don't want to hear it. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine alternate trivia question. All right, this is KAQKO on the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, and I'm going to check into the beacon net. So our next station is AI5Q, Jairus. Now, Jairus, I got your primary question. I did not see your alternate question in the blue screen. So, tisk, tisk, we got you without both questions. Take it away, sir.
AI5Q here. You're just going to have to scroll up. I put Charlie and Charlie. So I did answer both of them early on. I'm scrolling up to find it just to make sure that I hit enter after I typed it in. Yeah, I did. Okay. So at 0221, I put Charlie and Charlie in the UTC time zone. Anyway, I think that somebody being in space for over a year had to be beaten by at least 366 days, because what if it was a leap year? Somebody could say, well, it wasn't a full year this year, ha, ha, ha. And I think there's probably a 2 or 3 day delay in getting them back down, so I'm guessing the 370 seems reasonable enough to me, and the fear of a duck watching you is just too funny not to choose, so that's what I'm going with. Got the kids tonight. Nina is at book club. Teddy is asleep. The little girls are in their rooms, and Noelle and Varric are watching part of Mockingjay, and going to go to bed in about 2 minutes because I set a timer for them. So all is good in the hood. AI 5Q back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jairus. I had to give you some garbage about that because I know you always do it. I figured you probably did, and I missed it. But thanks for the timestamp. Thank you, sir, for that. And yeah, sounds like you had a pretty good night, and the kids are having a good time, and that's always good. All right, our next station here is KC8FQV. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo Charlie 8, Foxtrot, Quebec, Victor. If you're out there, Mark, and you have comments from the net, please take it away.
I'll reset again. All right, we'll see if it comes through now. KCFQV. There it comes. But it's not as strong as it should be, but we will do this. We're running. To say Charlie and Charlie right now on them. So, yeah. Yesterday we did wedding. What the heck, where are we at? Yesterday we did a wedding, and today we were down at my sister's house. Okay. So we were down at my sister's today, daughters, and I did swimming, and yesterday we did a wedding. So we had a full weekend. So, let's send it back to net control. We're coming through the RF, and they say I like that. And as a matter of fact, I came through the, Nick heard me too, when he was doing that CF4. He heard me and came back. And it sounded good because I brought my Allstar up and I could hear it. So I was down in green today, so back it comes, KCFQV.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Mark. Your initial transmission was pretty staticky, but it cleaned up there towards the end, and we got your answers down as Charlie and Charlie. So thanks for checking with us there, Mark, and we'll talk to you later. Next we have KG5SYC, Miss Sandy. How you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
This is KT5SYC, and we'll see if we can keep this light keyed. I'm not used to the RF side. At any rate, we're here with the kids and the grandkids and having a good time and playing in the pool and doing other adventures with them. And I guess I'm supposed to come up with a plan for dinner with Nick. So we'll have to see where that lies. I'm at the mercy of my daughter's car, so I don't know if I get that or if I don't get that. So, trivia. Well, let's just make it plain and simple. Let's go Delta and Bravo. So there you go, my famous saying. This is KC5SYC.
All right, right, thank you, man. Got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. Thanks for hanging with us there. And I'm not sure when you're heading back to Texas, but hopefully you'll be all around for a little bit. And I don't know if you're going to be around for the next club meeting or not, but if you are, it'd be good to see you. And our next station was Nickelodeon. He had Charlie and Delta. And that takes us down to what was one of the short-time stations that I tried to get to, but apparently I missed him. We're going to try him again. W8DEC. Matt, if you're out, or Matthew, if you're out there and you'd like to get with us, please call now.
This is Kilo Oscar 6 Foxtrot Victor. Kilo Oscar 6 Foxtrot Victor. Patrick from Southern California.
All right, Kilo Oscar 6, Foxtrot Victor, I got you in there. We're running through check-ins right now. We normally are running through our existing check-ins, and we usually call check-ins at the end. But that's okay. I got you on the list, and I'll get to you here towards the end. And thanks for checking in, sir. It looks like W8DEC is not available, and that's going to take us down to KI5LRA JP. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconnet tonight?
Well, good evening, Nite there, and everybody else on the net. Long day today and long weekend period. Spent all day with monks at Holy Cross, Russian Orthodox Christian monastery in out Wayne, West Virginia there. And Colonel Cornwaldo Bean was out there trying to teach them Gregorian chant, but that's the wrong kind of chant. He just was not getting it, but he kept trying. So anyway, that made things a little awkward, but nonetheless, hung out with the Archdeacon most of the time I was there, and had some pretty deep spiritual conversations with him. And then drove across Ohio, but it was the middle of the night. So one of these days I'll drive through there and I'll give you guys a shout. But I wanted to make it to Indiana for church the next morning, so I went to church Sunday for the Divine Liturgy. And now I'm headed down to Florida. I'm just pulled out of Chattanooga, 10 Wheels Mobile. And I'm going to go ahead and say Charlie for my answers. KI5LRA, back to you.
All right, thank you, JP. Safe travels on your way to Florida. Thanks for checking with us there. Yeah, come by through the day and give us a call out. That'd be great. And, yeah, that's that. All right, this is KUQKO on the WWKY repeater. Going through our list of check-ins for the Beaconnet on 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Our next station, KC5MON Michael, is in and out. And we are now down to KI5WDM Donald. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconnet tonight?
India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Yeah. I'm going to guess Charlie on my first answer, 370 days, and Bravo for my second answer. I think the name sounds familiar with anatomy, something with anatomy, so I'm going to try that. Other than that, everything's going great except my phone's going wacko. I cannot get it to do whatever it's doing. About to throw this thing in the lake. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I'll be standing by for the answers. KI5WDM.
All right, thank you, Donald. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was starting to wonder if maybe you're at the Olympics. Can you come back with your trivia answers one more time for me?
Yeah, first answer, primary question is Charlie, 370 days. And my second answer is going to be Bravo, I think it was, the fear of the body being stolen for research. I'll go with those.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down for Charlie and Bravo. Our next station here is KB3FIL. It was in and out. Then we have N5, sorry, that's wrong. N9JPH, who is in and out, and that takes us down to KI5 PFV. Philip, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon at tonight?
KI5 PFV, this is Philip. I'm going to go ahead and give my answers. It's David and Bravo.
Just come back and verify, sir. Is that Delta and Bravo?
That's correct.
All right, thank you for checking in, sir. Got your answers down for Delta and Bravo. We'll have the answers here in a little bit. Next, we had W8OIO, who is in and out, and that takes us down to KI5TAQ. Taco Tim, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight? Kilo India 5, Tango Alpha Quebec. Taco Tim, are you out there? Do you have comments for the beacon net?
Hey, good afternoon, guys, or I should say good evening, guys. This is KI5TAQ. I think you got my answers via the blue screen. So, and of course, I'm just getting ready to go horizontal and get some shut-eye tonight after last week, which was a very, very short work week. But hopefully everything is going to be back to normal again. So, one other thing. Ever see a dog play around with a piñata? Because I have, and my. This one, he just loves to play with toys in the bag, and when it's done, well, the bag is, shall we say, all broken up, just like a piñata. So I'll send it back to you. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Hey, you know what? I might have missed your answers in the blue screen. I believe they're there somewhere. But trying to run the net and search for the history that's not going to happen. You want to come back with your answers for me one more time?
W8WKY.
Okay, well, I'm going right up towards the top, and yes, my answers are up around the top. And they are Charlie and Delta. Charlie for the main answer, Delta for the alternate, just because I want to see what Cornwaldo Bean and Cornwaldo Allen has on it. So this is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down there for Charlie and Delta. Appreciate that. Yeah, the blue screen when you're on a net can be kind of crazy, trying to handle traffic, read traffic, get check-ins, need anything update, and it's very easy to miss things like that. Next station was K6KJV. Kevin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon at tonight?
Well, hello, just Nick and everybody else, all the crew and all the netizens, and back at you, Larry. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and we're not watching the Olympics tonight. Sorry, Uncle Fred. We're just kicking back. Just got through barbecuing some pork chops with some rice pilaf and cilantro and lime, and had the Lord over for dinner tonight, but not none of them other knuckleheads that was blasphemous. So yeah, guess I better shut up about that. And just so all y'all know, I'm not watching the blue screen. I've learned my lesson. And I'm going to go with my standard answers, double D, Delta and Delta. Old Cornwaldo beans, like I always say. Slogan, you can't go wrong with a Cornwaldo bean. So with that, I'm going to say God bless 73, everyone, and pass the mic back to you there, Nick at Nite, and from K6KJV. The mic is yours, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down there for Double D. Always appreciate it. And enjoy those barbecue pork chops. That sounds pretty good. Next we have KO6FFV. Patrick, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo Oscar 6, Foxtrot Victor. Patrick, if you're out there and you have comments for that, please come back. All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps Patrick is in and out, and if he wants to get back with us, he's always welcome to recheck. All right, this is KUQKO on the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We are at the bottom of our list, the very bottom. We are ready to take some more check-ins. I'm sure there's some people out there. If you want to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, VK2, DY, Robert and Sydney.
Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Zulu X-Ray, KE2, BZX, K here in Rochester, New York, in and out.
Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Romeo Bravo, KC9 LRB, Mike in Indianapolis.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. We had some check-ins here. I had one station that I did not pick up at all. That was the first station that tried to check in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these other three out that I have, and then that older station that tried to check in, it was pretty staticky and very, very quiet. I'd like you to maybe try to speak much louder into your microphone, so we can break through that static and get your check-in. So the stations I have are VK2DY, KE2BZX, that was in and out, and then we have KC9LRB. So that original first station that tried to check in, please come back loudly with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically. I have a KD station that my net logger picked up. I didn't catch any of that. Can you try to come back one more time? If not, we'll have to have you relocate and try to retransmit after we get through these other three stations. sorry, my apologies. That one was even worse than the other calls. It was just static, not even any voice traffic that I was able to pick out of it. So maybe try to relocate and retransmit here after we go through these other stations. That'd be great. So sorry we weren't able to get you in there, but I was not able to receive it. So we're going to go down and talk to VK2DY. Robert, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney. Well, we are in the depths of winter for Sydney. Probably doesn't sound very cold here, but I just checked the temperature, and 13.9, which is 57 Fahrenheit, and that's all we're going to get today. We were down 39 Fahrenheit, I think, last night. So that is a very, very cold day in Sydney. We're about 34 degrees south, which is about the same south as Los Angeles is north. So we get similar weather. Anyway, it is what it is. It's windy, it's cloudy, and a good day to stay and play radio here. Other than that, haven't really done much exciting. I had a little bit of a problem with sciatica, which is just passing now, so I've been sort of hanging around the house watching TV. Watched all of Star Trek Prodigy, watched a couple of Time Bandits on Apple TV, a couple of other shows, but I'm sort of getting bored with that, and I hope my leg gets better soon so I can take a trip out of the house somewhere and do something besides hang out here. I'm going cabin fever here. Anyway, thank you very much for taking my check-in. Excuse me. I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo for the trivia questions. VK2DY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Sorry about that sciatica. I know I've had that before, too. That can be really painful. Get some rest and get that better. We have your answers down as Charlie and Bravo. Next, we had KE2BZX. Hello, Kay. How you doing? Haven't heard you on here in a bit. Good to hear you out there. Haven't heard FedEx Mike in a bit either. He's probably busy working and doing what he does. But we always appreciate you guys, and we do kind of miss you. Well, not kind of. We do miss you. So thanks for checking in. Next, we have KC9 LRB Mike. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
Here is KC9LRV. Name here is Mike, and I am in Indianapolis, where we have had kind of a rainy, cloudy day, followed by some storms this evening. And I was net controller of my small group of digital radio enthusiasts. My first time ever doing it. Of course, it was a little interrupted by the storm. People were complaining about the distortion that was in my voice. And when the storm ended, the distortion went away. So I digress. Sounds like we're going to have some more rainy weather. And of course, this all happens when I just bought a brand new e-bike that I have really enjoyed riding. So I am antsy again for the sunshine. I will go with C and D for the trivia answers. Appreciate you having me on this evening. 73 to all. This is KC9LRB, sending it back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Mike. Yeah, it was a bit rainy and stormy. It's funny, like I said earlier, I was driving from Nashville back here to Akron, and as soon as I hit Kentucky, it just started coming down in buckets the whole way, and it was doing like 40 miles an hour on the highway. It was super annoying. But yeah, it rained pretty much all the way until I got about halfway between Cincinnati and Columbus, and then it just came out to be blue skies right when I was going pretty well close to finishing my trip. So I know where Indianapolis is, so I'm guessing maybe it kind of went south of Columbus. Obviously it must have. But, yeah, thanks for checking with us there, sir. Enjoy your new e-bike. We have answers down to Charlie and Delta. All right, this is K8QKO on the WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. If anyone out there would like to check in with the beacon net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India November, KE8ZIN, Joe in Willowick, Ohio, in and out.
All right, one more there. I got K8ZIN, Joe checking in and out. If anybody else would like to check in the beacon net, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Looks like you finally got the list here. I appreciate everybody's patience, and I appreciate everybody checking in the net. Let's go up and talk to our net control team. We're going to go with K8VZA, Eric, see what he's got for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. For the alternate trivia question, I'm going to go with Alpha. I like that electrical appliances, people listening through those could be interesting, right? Could be an interesting phobia, but not if you have it, I guess. Anyway, just got back from North Carolina Friday night and was down at HQ for the company and out at a new plant in that area, doing a project out there, and it was cool to see the plant and also a bunch of people down there that I haven't seen in many years. And but it was action-packed, and I was pretty tired after I got home. So I'm ready for action, hitting the deck, running tomorrow. But had a little recovery over the weekend, which was nice. But that's about it. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, so you had a pretty good trip there as well, Eric. Good to hear it. And I always appreciate you. Hey, did I get your alternate trivia answer?
KE8QKO, KE8VZA. Yes, I'm going to go with Alpha for the alternate trivia tonight. Back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, next station here, K88 EPC. Dustin may or may not be with us, but we'll give him a call out anyway. Dustin, if you're out there, come on back. All right, sounds like Dustin might have turned into a pumpkin already, and that happens. I think our next station is still around. I believe I've seen him in the blue screen all night. That's KD8 SLG. Just Nick, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
K8QKO, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick at Night and all of the beacon netizens. There's my phone. Been chatting with NADI, Jason, actually, during the net here. He's added some new features to our dashboard, and it's pretty cool. So I've been working that and working the blue screen as well. And so let me get trivia out of the way before I forget. I'm going with Delta and Delta. I'm voting with K6KJV there. That's the new trend, Delta and Delta. POTA was fabulous this weekend. We had a great time. You know, we had enough radios there that a couple of guys had to splinter off and hike off into the woods so we could activate from another part of the park. Big fun. Burning burgers and flipping dogs, or flipping burgers and burning dogs, however you want to look at it, went very well. Everybody loved that. I love these events where I'm not in charge because I actually get to do something else other than run around. And I think Josh is learning very quickly, when you put together an event like this, you don't actually get to participate very much. Maybe Josh is listening, maybe he isn't. But good to hear everybody out there tonight. Great numbers tonight, Nick. Fine business. It's KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And yeah, I saw that dog. You have a picture of the hot dog. Like I said, could have been a little more burnt, but it looked all right to me. I'd eat it. Thanks for checking in there, sir. We got your answers down for Double D. Our next two stations, speak of the devil, is Josh, who is WHRF, and Miss Lucy, KE8YUK, are marked as in and out. I do believe they're both probably in bed, so I'm not going to bother trying to call them out. If they want to come back, they can always recheck. And that takes us down to KI5DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5DAY in the net. What do I have for the Beacon Net tonight? Lobster. Lots of lobster. It's free. All you can eat. Hi. One of these days I'm going to try lobster. I've never had lobster. I mean, I think they had some in basic training on our last day there, but it was like a sponge. It was like eating a sponge with some kind of a fish flavor to it. It was really strange, so I didn't really eat it. I ate a couple bites, and it went in the dumpster. But anyways, all is good in the hood, man. I'm over here tired as the dickens. Larry's over here. He's eating some vanilla wafers. And what else is going on? I didn't get to answer the main trivia yet. That's what it is, the main trivia. That's a good question, man. I was thinking about that. And I'm a big fan of watching the International Space Station fly over. And sometimes I grab two radios with the uplink and downlink and try to make my connection with people, but I've never successfully done it yet. But at least it's a lot of fun trying. So, but I'm assuming that whoever's living in space might be on the ISS. I don't know. I'm thinking, man, it's insane. I'm going to go with B, 328. I can't imagine spending 10 days in space. I would lose my mind, but sounds interesting nonetheless. But all is good. It's been a busy weekend. I'm tired as the dickens, as I like to say, and I'm still looking for the answer to the question that I gave last week. It was an alternate to the alternate trivia. Does anybody really know how to prepare for the Rubber Band Man? If you know the song, you know what I'm talking about. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan. I'm going to say my answer is the same as it was last week. Scissors. Scissors prepares for the Rubber Band Man. Anyway, that's probably not the answer you're looking for, but that's the answer I'm giving. All right, I guess I'll go next. Yeah, I went had almost a week in Nashville. It was kind of fun. Never been to the city before. I really enjoyed it. My company, every year they do, since we went fully remote a few years or during COVID, every year now they kind of get the whole team together. Kind of an offset paying for the office, and we all get together and socialize and get to see each other face to face instead of on a screen. So we did that in Nashville. I decided to go down a little bit early with my wife and stay a little bit longer with my wife, so we had a chance to explore the city and just kind of hang out and do some stuff down there on our own, which was also nice. But it made for a long drive back today. It was fun, but it was a long drive. Also did some Bourbon Trail stuff in Kentucky, which was super awesome. Anyway, with that was my stats. Oh, my answers are going to be Bravo and Alpha. Wrote those down earlier. They're probably wrong, but those are my answers. And that's it. So, this is KE8QKO with a WWQR repeater. 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to try to take some more check-ins. Anyone out there who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right. I guess it's time for some trivia answers. So if you're about to leave and run out the door, don't run just yet, because we're going to get some trivia answers. You can find out whether you're right, wrong, or otherwise. I'm going to start with KE8VZA. Let's get the answer to that primary question.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA returning with the answer to the main trivia question. The question was, what is the highest number of consecutive days that a human has lived in space? And the correct answer is Delta, 437 days. It was actually 437 days and 18 hours, and the gentleman's name was Valery Polyakov. And yes, you guessed it, he was a Soviet and Russian cosmonaut. And he's the record holder to this day for the longest single stay in space, staying aboard the Mir space station for that 437 days, 18 hours. And his combined space experience was more than 22 months in space. And it was mentioned earlier about somebody breaking a record, and that was an American record for NASA astronauts. And Mark Vandy High broke it with 341 consecutive days. But the Soviets definitely hold the record to date. KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. I got to be perky for Alan because he says I sound bad when I'm not. Thank you for another fine trivia question. That's I guess it makes sense that it would be a Russian cosmonaut. They'd leave him up there and kind of forget about him, or forget how to get him back down. Wait, nobody would do that. No, nobody would ever forget to bring back their astronauts. Anyway, let's get out and talk to KI5DAY to get the answer for our alternate question. Alan, take it away.
All right, yeah, it's a good main trivia question there. That's interesting. I can't imagine, dude, that just blows my mind. Somebody could stay in space that long. I mean, like I said, 10 days, I'd be done. I'd be screaming, get me out of here. Or I'm jumping out the hatch, one of the two. Tonight's alternate trivia question, oh my goodness, it was as follows. If a person was said to be a bit unstable, they might be diagnosed with a phobia called anatidaphobia, which means they have a fear of which one of the following? Was it A, people listening to them through their electrical appliances? That would be messed up. B, they would be stolen and used for government experimentation. C, that a duck or goose was watching them. Or D, that the Cornwall Bean family would show up and sing Nessa Dorma at their door. The actual answer is, the predominantly given answer was actually C, yes, that a duck or goose somewhere is actually watching them. It's rather strange, but it is a rational fear that people actually deal with for some reason. It's kind of strange. It's right up there with the Hat Man that a lot of people swear that they see in their bedroom standing at the end of their bed. I haven't looked that one up yet, but I heard about it recently from a family member who's dealing with the Hat Man, so it might be something else to look into. We'll check that out. But with that, I hope everybody's doing well, and great net as always. KI5DAY with Larry, the rubber chicken. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan. You know, I think I got that wrong because you said it was an irrational fear. That sounds like a perfectly rational fear to me. Stop looking at me, Swan. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's how life goes. Sometimes they look at you, sometimes they don't. All right, appreciate you, Alan. Appreciate your trivia questions. And this is KEQKO on the WWQI repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to do one more round, and I say again, one more round of any check-ins or rechecks anybody wants to have for the net. So, if you'd like to check in or say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Sounds like we're wrapping it up tonight. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, K8SLG, K8EPC, KF5DAY, W8HRF, and K8YUK, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us in the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496 at Echolink WAWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Board and Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
KI5 LRA monitoring.
KI5 LRA, this is KD8SLG. What's up, man?
KD8SLG, KI5 LRA. Hey, Nick. Well, there was a gentleman from Indianapolis that mentioned his e-bike, and I can't stop thinking about it. I stopped for lunch earlier today, and I was just scrolling my phone for a minute, and I saw this guy. He was carrying the battery to his e-bike up to his room, I guess, in the elevator, and the thing exploded. And I mean, man, that was that's probably the scariest thing I've ever seen. Turned him into a crispy critter.
KD8SLG here. How are you, JP? I got an e-bike. I got a couple of batteries for it. And here's the thing they never tell you on all those stories. When they say a fire started, something exploded, yada, yada, yada. And that is, you can only charge those battery packs with the provided charger for them from the company. You can't try to find something else to charge them with. And the other thing is, they have to be plugged directly into the wall or into some other thing. A bunch of the fires I've seen have started because they were charging them with those little extension cords that are basically lamp-like level cords with the thin little wires. You can't pull that many amps through those things. And that's why a lot of the fires have started. So I say poo-poo to all the stories. Now, this thing exploded while the guy was carrying it. Yeah, well, that's something completely different. But overall, I always say it's user error.
Well, I can share the video to you somehow, maybe. Yeah, no, it was just it was a video. The guy, he looked like he might have been a bicycle delivery guy, and who knows, maybe New York somewhere is what it looked like. And he was carrying his battery for his e-bike onto the elevator. And that's the craziest thing is, as soon as the elevator door closed, the thing started, shooting smoke out and everything. And the next thing you know, it turned into a fireball and killed him. And it's all caught on the surveillance cameras.
And cars explode and tires go flat and people do stupid things. Stuff happens. But, I mean, those battery packs for those things are basically 13, 18, 650 batteries hooked up in a series. And depending on the quality of the manufacturer, they have different battery management systems, different BMSs in them. So, yeah, something can short out and something can go wrong. But, I'm just going to throw this out there here to say that one thing happened to one person and that makes something questionable is questionable.
Well, no doubt. I mean, I don't have any experience with these bikes or anything, and I'm not poo-pooing them at all. I'm just saying, maybe don't get an elevator with one, especially if, you think the battery might be compromised. I don't know, man. It was a scary video. That's all I can say. It was like, you really got to see this video. It's indescribable.
Well, if you've ever seen any of the videos of the Teslas when they catch on fire, man, you put that much lithium in one place, you can't put out the fire. I mean, you just can't by regular means. So, I just think the e-bikes have gotten a bad rap because every story is trying to sensationalize everything, as is every other story that's trying to sensationalize anything, unless, of course, you know, you're trying to hide something, in which case it doesn't matter, right? Wow, I'm going off the rails here. Where are you tonight? Did you say Indianapolis?
No, I'm Chattanooga and Atlanta. I'm headed down to Florida. But, yeah, just look at an e-bike battery explodes an elevator. And then, I mean, I didn't have, you know, I saw while I was eating lunch, so I didn't have time to research it any deeper, see where it happened or what the manufacturer was or any of the backstory. But I would definitely look that video up. It's pretty scary. I'm on I-75 southbound.
Man, you get around, you're always somewhere else. That's pretty cool. Hopefully this one doesn't break down on you.
Well, knock on wood, you know, I've put 700 miles on this one, and not a single engine light has come on. Now, I hope I didn't just jinx myself. But usually, if they're going to have a problem, it happens before 700 miles. Usually around 500 or so, I get an engine light, and then around 600, I get a second engine light. So I've made it this far, so I think it's going to make it on down the rest of the trip. Knock on wood.
I'm sorry I brought it up, and I hope I didn't jinx you. Well, man, so you just drive through the night, or do you have a destination in mind and someplace to sleep?
Well, you know, the destination I have in mind is I want to get to Atlanta, because if I go to sleep before I get to Atlanta, I'm going to wake up and have to deal with traffic, and that's not fun. Worst city traffic-wise to get through. So I'm going to hit it, you know, just about the right time of night to where I should be able to coast right through it. By the time I get to the other side, I'll find a place to pull over.
Atlanta is horrible traffic. So good plan, man. I've been down there times where it takes like an hour, hour and a half to get from one exit to the other, and they're 2 miles apart.
Go ahead if someone's trying to jump in there. Alright, well, I guess maybe someone just accidentally keyed up or something, but it sounded like somebody was trying to jump in. Yeah, definitely. It'll drive you crazy. You know, I've been fortunate. I usually try to time it to where I hit it, you know, between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning, so I don't have to fight it. But I've been caught in it a couple times, and the road rage down there is really bad too. You have people like to throw things at you, and I don't know. It's not fun. Not fun at all.
I left a Jurassic pause there in case somebody else was trying again, and it was the Fireside network that keyed up, and they just kind of key up randomly sometimes. I don't think it was anybody trying to get in. I think it was just somebody punching DTMF codes or something. Anyway, yeah, it's just that people are savages. That's all. People are savages, and you know, you give them a 2-ton vehicle and say have at it. and next thing you know, they're throwing bottles of water at you because, you got in front of them or something. KD8SLG.
KI5LRA for ID. Yeah, maybe if they pull their head out of out of TikTok for a minute, then they wouldn't leave an opening big enough for me to get in front of them.
Oh man, God forbid someone actually leave enough space between two cars to brake and or have someone get in front of you. You can't have that now, can you?
Well, the only time you can have that is whenever they're looking at TikTok, or else they look at on their phones. But yeah, the rest of the time it's a fight. It's a fight for every inch.
Well, at least you're smart enough to drive overnight. I like to travel at night as well. Generally, the only people out there are truckers who do it professionally, and I did air quotes there for the professionally part because sometimes they're the worst offenders, but for the most part, if you get in with a group of trucks who are traveling overnight trying to do the same thing you are, it's not bad to jump in with them. And if you get in with a bad batch, take the next rest stop, wait 5 minutes, and let them get ahead of you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes that works, and then sometimes they decide to take the same rest stop. I've had that happen many times. Oh, it drives me crazy. You know what's worse than I think than any of them is a guy and a girl traveling together. Like, I don't know, there's something about, a husband and wife or a guy and his girlfriend driving, and I don't know, I think they're the worst. They stay distracted the whole time, and yeah, I've had some pretty bad experiences where I couldn't get away from somebody like that. And every time I would stop, they would stop. Anyway, I could talk for hours about all this stuff, but it's kind of boring, actually, just annoying.
W8WKY.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
Go, Phil.
Hi, Nick. I just wanted to jump in real quick and say hi and get myself ready to go back to bed. I realized that I was missing the net and ask you to just put me down for a number, punch in a ticket, and I'll talk to you at a later time. So right now I got to get some rest for the week. I got a few appointments coming up. But carry on. I'm just getting ready to bug out. So it's good hearing your voices, and I hope the safety is with your partner there taking a ride down, getting through Atlanta. That is really rough territory. It's nutsy during the daytime, let alone being not so sweet during the night. But other than that, once you get to your destination, you take deep breath and feel better. So with that, I'll go ahead and clear with you, Nick, and you be good to yourself, buddy, and look forward to getting to see you sometime, hopefully very soon. KD8SLG, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. I'm clear and on your final with me, and thanks, Nick, for letting me cut through there. We'll talk to you again very soon. Take care and God bless.
WE3K, KD8SLG. The net's been closed for a while, and I had no responsibilities whatsoever this evening. But it's good hearing you, Phil. I'll be giving you. I'm going to try to contact you sometime this week on the on the twisted pair, if you will, even the ethereal twisted pair that we use these days. And you have a great night there, Phil. Get that DMR number so I can give these radios back to you. Get it clear with WV3K and get back in with KI5LRA, who's traveling. I'd like to try to keep you up for a while tonight, but man, I am dead tired, JV. I am dead tired.
No, Nick, KI5LRA returning. Yeah, dude, you don't need to stay up for me. I just wanted to chime in and, see if anybody else had seen that video about that battery exploding in that elevator. I mean, that's like nightmare material right there. Thing blows up and you got nowhere to go. So, yeah, I don't know. I would look it up if I were you, but it might give you nightmares.
That is not the stuff of my nightmares. But I did just see a sheriff roll through my parking lot. I'm going to go see what he's up to before I call tonight. But KI5LRA, this is KDSLG. You drive safe tonight, man. And we'll be listening for you down the log. And there may be a few other people out there yet tonight. But I'm going to bid you adieu for now. KI5LRA, this is KDSLG. We'll talk to you later on. Have a good night.